Peasy crypto. I talked to a lot of people who have not yet gotten started on Bitcoin. I've heard so many slanders about what a scam it is. It's just terrible. Why would you even get involved? And I can tell you, I've been making money with Bitcoin. And the real issue with Bitcoin is that we had a humongous drop all of last year, and that followed many drops. This is a very volatile currency. There's no doubt about it. And it acts both as a currency and almost as a stock. And that's how the blockchain technology has been revolutionizing how everything works. In fact, Bitcoin was the first to invent this concept of blockchain technology that allows actual assets to be transferred as data. Now, I know that may not sound like anything so important, but it really is. It's the next way that all of the internet works. It's the way this concept of blockchain is going to revolutionize everything that the internet does. And what's happening is that has become what seems to be the most stable part of how everyone else is going to be using the blockchain. And they're trading it and buying and selling it now as kind of the gold standard of what's happening in blockchain. Bitcoin is blockchain. Bitcoin is trading now more as a security with rise and fall according to supply and demand. And now we can start looking at actual supply and demand. And demand is high at the moment. Last year, there was no demand for Bitcoin as we were waiting for all of these things to happen behind the scenes that help regulate and help make it a much more stable asset, because it is an asset. And it is bought and sold as any other assets are bought and sold. And the price of it is determined purely by supply and demand. Because when you think about it, what is anything worth? It's worth what somebody's willing to pay for it. And at the moment, there is enormous pent-up demand on how this can be used as an international form of very fast and very low-cost transfers of money or an asset. And we use those same terms in the same way because money is an asset and Bitcoin is an asset. So Bitcoin can be traded as money. What's happened, and I'm going to show you a quick chart here. Bitcoin at this moment is at $78.99. I want you to take a look here. CoinMarketCap is one of the most secure places you can take a look at what's happening to get real news. About what's happening, and let's take a look at the chart. So here last November and December of 2017, it was just crazy. It was just an insane rise. We had a huge drop, and since January, with a low of 3,400, we're back up almost to 8,000. It hit over the point over the last couple days, and it's dropped back down slightly. But what we were really looking for was this area here at the $6,000 point. And that is what seems to be what all the analysts are saying is the real key, saying there's enough demand that now we're off to the races. And you're seeing companies like Facebook using blockchain behind the scenes. You're seeing companies like IBM that's created a cryptocurrency called Stellar. That's going to be used by a lot of banks. You have Ripple, which has, I'll show you that market cap here, what that looks like. XRP is that exchange, and that's the name for Ripple. That's being used by hundreds of banks already. To facilitate their transactions. If you've ever tried to make a bank transfer between currencies, between countries, it's ridiculously hard, takes a ridiculously long amount of time. I'm in the process of trying to transfer some US dollars right now from my bank in the States to my bank here in Australia, and it's just painful. That's all I can tell you. If you're using Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency in a crypto wallet, it's an immediate transaction. Sometimes it'll take an hour if there's some other verification involved. And it's just exciting at this very moment because you have big US security firms as well have announced they also are going to be using blockchain, and a number of them are going to be selling Bitcoin and making it available to all of their subscribers. So that's what we've been looking for. Whether it's E-Trade, Fidelity, a couple of the very big names that have a lot of average household people who have securities or stocks in that at the moment will be able to buy Bitcoin. Another major change over the past few months has been JP Morgan, who were some of the loudest noise about saying why people shouldn't enter into Bitcoin or blockchain, have been secretly working behind the scenes and have announced that all of their hedge funds will be using a blockchain security system behind the scenes. So blockchain is here to stay. And I will tell you as well, it's my prediction, Bitcoin is here to stay, at least for the foreseeable future. And I'm talking 5-10 years. And that's a long time, with a lot of huge demand pent up to buy into Bitcoin. And very soon, all those hedge funds and all of the average people who have been on the sidelines waiting to get in will be able to buy in. And that market pressure is going to push the price of Bitcoin really high. So that's my note for today. Send me a private message if you need help getting started on Bitcoin. I have a very easy 6-part course on how to get set up and how to get started and to test the waters out. But have a great day.